Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. And today I'm going to bricolage with some book pages that I have from a book that I really like. I purchased two of them, so I have more pages somewhere, but cleaning up yesterday, trying to get ready for Kellyanne's visit, I found some of the pages. I've been wanting to do this project for a while. Good morning, Gail. She's doing fine. She's really tall. She's got really long legs, much bigger than both of us had anticipated. Good morning, Angie. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you all this morning. You're here bright and early. So this has been on my back burner for a while, and I don't seem to really get much accomplished unless you guys are here. So I thought today, go and do it. Go and do it. There's Stitch It Pam. Good morning, Pam. Nice to see you as well. All right, so I've got my iron here. I'm just going to get in and get crack-a-lacking because I got a lot that I want to get done during this stream. I'm not sure I'm going to accomplish it all. But I found this piece of scrap fabric in my stash, and I think it would look pretty on the cover. And a piece of muslin that I coffee stained, which I'm hoping to use as the cover. So I want to adhere this, I'm hoping, to this piece of freezer paper. Good morning, Peggy. How are you? You're listening. Oh, I would love to have a cup of coffee. I had green tea this morning, no sugar. Woohoo! Look at me. So I'm going to hopefully affix this to the freezer paper so I can cut some of this out. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then this is a little wrinkly, so I really could stand to iron this little sheet, but I'm going to use this as a cover to kind of protect that. So my iron is heated up, and I'm just going now. I've got the shiny side of the freezer paper up, and then my piece of fabric that I want to adhere to it, of course, design side up. And this is a craft iron, so it's got some stuff on it. It's got some jazz, but I'm not going to let that bother me. So in preparation, like I said, this has been a project on my back burner for a while. I had cut cardboard, chipboard type weight board, the size that I wanted for my cover. This morning I trimmed out my spine. I have two sizes. I'm not sure which size I want to go. I'm hoping to have 5 signatures, and I have some pages that I want to hopefully include. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, and just peeling potatoes. Later today, I am hoping to try to make a potato salad with daikons. I had never made it before. There's a girl online who says if you boil them, they really taste like potatoes. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I think that's on there pretty good. So I'm going to let that cool, and I'm going to give this fabric a little iron here, a little press. Now, when I try to glue it on my chipboard, it would flatten out, but I think this just makes it a little easier. Are you making potato salad, Ange? I do love potatoes. Ooh. So little Jenny, our little fur baby, she had a bath yesterday. She did pretty good. She doesn't like the hair dryer though. She doesn't like to sit still for that. Well, she doesn't really like oh, mashed. I gotcha. I'm thinking they're already cooked and you're peeling them. You're peeling them to cook them. Mm. Okay, so this is good. All right, so that'll work. All right, so now my iron is going to go back in its spot. If I can zhuzh it back in there. Tight quarters here. Okay. The other day I burnt my arm on the, it's healing up on the tip of my iron. All right, so now this can I just keep this in my craft space. So look at me, I got my camera crooked. Let's see if I can straighten that up a little bit for you. Okay. All right, let me show you what I'm going to be working with here. Now I pulled out some additional things that I'll have a look at. If we'll see how far I get. I don't know if I can tell with the pages that I have here what the book was called. I tried to find the cover this morning. Okay, so this is going to be my cover. And these measure about 5.5 by 6. So I have 2 of those, front and back. And then, yeah. And then I have these 2 different spines, but I'm hoping to have 5 signatures. So I'm thinking I'll end up going with this wider spine, but we'll just see. I have a piece of suede, green suede that I like. A dear friend, he's now passed on, gave me one of his daughter's pocketbooks. He knew I liked to paint on handbags, so he gave me a couple different ones that his oldest daughter was getting rid of. Here's my co-op buddy. And I really love green, and I like that suede. So I have that around one of my other journals, just like a little tab around the back, and I like the way that looks. So I saw that in my stash, so I pulled it out. But here are some of the pages. Now, if you have any questions, put them in caps for me, okay, so I can hopefully catch the question. I have both my phone and my chat on my screen. But the images in this book are just beautiful. And then I have some that I want these are a little different. These are more like a sketched kind of a look. And I thought this could be my front page of my signature. I did trim them down a little bit, but I'm trying to see if it says anywhere what the book is called. I'm sure I can find it. But the book was stitched, so it was easy to get apart. Aren't the images pretty? And I like the size. And I just thought it would make a cool floral journal. Oh, here we go. Written by Bennett Elliott, Flora, an illustrated history of the garden flower. Let's see, maybe I should have that in the front. Anyway, my thinking was 3 of these pages in each signature, and then I'll fill it in with some other paper that I have. So that's what I'm shooting for. Gosh, I kind of really like these sketched look. Oh, it still will be in there. All right, so I don't think I'm gonna get too crazy about what pages go in what signature. So I'm gonna just take 3 random. Mm, 3 random. And then I'm going to work on my cover. I thought I had enough here. Maybe I don't. Oh, I'm counting wrong. I have the cover as 1, so I only need 2. It's one of those days. 3 total. This I did right. See if that works better. Well, I might have had an extra. Okay, so I've got these fairly well set, I believe. Gonna need this. And then I pulled out some of the paper I got from Jacqueline. She calls this color peach. I thought that might go. I've got some coffee stained map pages that I like, and then some lined paper. I have a couple eco printed things here too, and some pink. Oh, this is one of my eco dyed attempts at eco. It's so fun. I love to do it, but I don't get great images, as you can see. But they're kind of cool. And then I pulled out some old-timey greeting cards that I'm going to try to get in there. Envelope as a pocket. So I'm going to try to get all this stuff in. And then this is falling apart. This is a postcard. Can't read that. Wish something. Love from Papa. I don't see a year. Printed in Germany. Look, the little ribbons come undone. She's come undone. Now it's a birthday wish, but I like, hey, there's Candy. Good morning, Candy. So I like the flowers, and I thought that might slip in a pocket. So I'm going to see if I can work that in. And then I found this card, and look. Wow! So I thought that might be fun as a flip out. I'll see. Nothing is etched in stone. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my matte super heavy gel that I've had sitting here. And I'm going to put down a piece of plastic. Trying to keep my phone in front of my face. Piece of plastic. And this is going to be my cover. I hope. All right, I probably should get a piece of, these are some old cards I pulled out. I just didn't have my glasses on and I saw the flowers, but this is a postcard that is, look, it has a little journal on the front, a little book. This is a sympathy card, and this one's a bridal shower, but I didn't have my glasses on. I just pulled those out. So they're not going to work for me on this. I'm hoping, I didn't do this, but I'm hoping so this is going to be my cover. See, I'm going to go like that. And then my spine. I want a little bit of a gap. And this is going to go this way. I might put that there just to measure, you know, to make sure I leave myself a little, what do you call it, a little alley there, a little gutter. Might use that. All right, so I want to paint on or spread on my adhesive that I'm going to use. And I've got an old credit card here. I think my Teflon folder is in the other room. Let's see. Maybe a paper towel might be a good idea. So if you have all the parts ready to make a book, even if you're making it from scratch, it goes a little quicker. You know, you just got to get your pages and determine what size you want your cover. This cover should be just a little bit bigger than my pages. Now I had other glue on my palette knife, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do this in sections. So I'm just going to get some of mine. Now this is what I'm using is a matte super heavy gel. Now I made sure I marked my book page cover, not book page, my cover, that this is the top. So I'm going to just spread my medium. Usually on Sunday evenings, we play cards with our friends online, friends from Colorado that used to live in Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure they can play today. But I get beat, but boy, by the time I'm done streaming, I'm ready for a nap. Of course, if I took some time yesterday to plan more ahead, I could maybe sleep a little later, but that's hard with I mean, she's really good. Our puppy's really good. We put her in a crate at bedtime, and she really doesn't make any noise or cry. She waits till we wake up, and she is, she's pretty good, except for the nipping. She's still nipping, but of course, she's only, what, 7 months old, I think. 8 months? Well, she's not that old. She's not very old. And they say they can nip for quite a while as a puppy. You're all ready for a nap? You were probably up early. Did you take Elvin for his walk? All right, I'm flipping that over. And I'm just, this old credit card of my mom's is very heavy duty. So I'm just gonna scrape that. Really, you were up early. Wow. Oh, then you stopped at your dad's. Okay. Now I got a little stick 'em down there. Let's see. I have a baby wipe here. I want to clean this up because I don't want to get it on my cover if I can help it. All right, now I want to get my spine. Now this is bending a little bit, but I think once that glue dries, I'll be okay. Jacqueline's out running errands. Hi, Jacqueline. She's Sunday is her day to do some errands and I think grocery shopping and stuff. All right, so let me get some of my medium on my spine. Now this isn't too hard to do, and you would do the same thing if you were using paper, rather than fabric. Yeah, Jacqueline's up early. She was usually up around 4. She said she put her Halloween away. She likes decorating and creating Halloween stuff. So she had to make herself stop. Hey, Dar, good morning. Nice to see you. All right, so let me put this down. Well, I'm going to just sit it that way first. Shoo. I got my baby wipe full of glue. And I'm just using this as a little guide here. So I leave myself a little space. And then I'll do that on the other side as well. I'm just going to give that a little press instead of flipping it. You were up that early calling the cable company? Is anybody available at that time with the cable company? Peggy, what do you like to drink in your coffee? Let me live by, how do they say it? Let me live vicariously through you. I'm off coffee for about 12 weeks. Okay, so that's my spine. Now I'm going to come in with my other piece, which will be my back cover. So let's get this. Oh, we got another UTI. Oh, that's terrible. They are not pleasant. I know they're not for women. I can't imagine they'd be any more pleasant for men. It's a little easier scraping this on. I could do this with a brush, I think, too, but trying to get a nice thin, even coat if I can. And I could use matte medium, white glue. I could use my Fabri-Tac as well, but that's a little more expensive. So I hate to use a lot of that for something like this. And Murray uses that Yes paste. I don't know. I used it, I think, one time. I tried fabric and I wasn't sure. I don't think it stuck very well for me. And it could be because I was a little stingy with it. And I don't mean to be, but I'm very stingy with a glue stick too. And you know, a lot of people use glue stick and they're very successful, but I haven't had much success, but I think I'm a little stingy with it. I don't think I put it on heavy enough. All right, let's see how that do. Okay, now I covered, oh, wait a minute, I marked both sides. That's the top. Okay, very good, Laura, very good. All right, so let me get my little, at least with this man, he doesn't realize he has one. Oh, until he gets very sick with a fever and yeah. A urinary tract, Ange, is what it is. Infection. Okay, so I'm gonna shush that right up there, trying to keep the very top, you're welcome, even. It's probably a little more of a gap than I need, but now I'm gonna flip it. Gotta push down my, where's my, oh, that's, I lost my way there for a minute. Okay. Now I want to cut this and I want to leave enough room for me to fold over and have a nice, you know, a piece of fabric to cover and glue down. Yeah, I think you probably do work as hard as a farmer. All right, so let me just try to cut this. My scissors are not the best, even though these are fabrics. So they're doing a little better than I thought. Now I've got this fancy little gadget that I said the other day I got from Johnny. I don't think I got my... Okay, Gil. And I was trying to figure out how to use this, and Johnny came in and she said, Laura, you just put it on top and then draw your line, and so you know where to cut. Genius. So I thanked her for that. So I'm just going to make a little line. My corners are not glued down very well. I might add a little glue there. I'm just taking a pencil and marking my fabric because I want to take the corners off to alleviate bulk. Okay. I've got this corner lifting up a little bit, so I'm going to put a little fabric tack under there. Spread that out. Squish it down. Okay. So now I'm going to carefully cut on my lines here that I made to miter my corners. This one, really, I didn't get very dark. There's got to be a trick to cutting fabric, and I just don't know it. Just doesn't stay still. All right, so now the plan is I'm going to glue these down. Look, I've got all this is sticking up. Now, I need more glue there, ladies. Let's see. Now, why does it... Oh, because I'm looking at the other end. I'm thinking, why does that not cover? So I'm looking at the wrong corner. Okay. If I go to bed really early, then I wake up at 4 or 6. But I like to stay up late, and it's not healthy for you to stay up late. You're supposed to get at least 8 hours of sleep, and that's very difficult for me. I like to sleep, but I like to stay awake and do stuff too. Not like I haven't done enough stuff during the day. I don't know. All right, I'm going to try. Let's see. Yeah, well, my husband took... I'm the snorer. Well, he snores too, but nothing seems to bother me. But it bothers him, so he's got his own room now. Much to my chagrin. All right, so I'm adding my medium here. Yeah, that's my husband, Gail. You're like my husband. That's him. Except when the kids were throwing up, then he didn't wake up. I'd be screaming, "I need help!" He eventually would wake up, but it took some doing. I used to laugh about that. All right, so I'm going to tug this as much as I can and flip it over into that glue, trying to get a nice straight line. Okay. Now I marked my cover on both sides, which was the top, because it's mouth tape at night. Yeah, we've tried it all. I have a mouthpiece too, but he's very comfy in his room. He likes his own room. It's just the way it is. All right, let me see if I can. Got a little bit of glue going over, which is good. I want to get that little tiny edge. Pulling it tight. And of course the fabric is porous, so some of this is going to come through. I have a CPAP machine too. Plus I have a mouthpiece apparatus. But I've lost some weight, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm supposed to go. I haven't had my sleep apnea checked for quite a few years, so I'm supposed to do that too. So many things. Gosh, this is why I guess we retire, because you can't keep up with all the appointments. Now this is where I'm going to wish I had my Teflon. Okay, because I want to scrunch in this little. Oh, that worked pretty good. Scrunch in my little corner and glue that to that little edge. So I'm trying to get that doesn't have any there. Let's see if I can put some down. Oh, and just giving us the menu. Hold on. Menu for today is cube steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, mac and cheese, brown gravy. We don't have to cook next Sunday. Woohoo! They're all going to the sea. By the sea, by the sea. Kellyanne's probably on her way to the shore, to the beach, I think she calls it. I told her to send me pictures. Okay, so that looks halfway decent. Let me see if I can get a little more glue down at this corner. Oh, Mel was a fireman and a EMT. Oh my. He worked midnights often, and I wasn't used to him being home at. Oh, now yeah, things change. My sister's husband, my brother-in-law Bob, he when they were first married, his job was at a food store, and he was the night guy. She hated it. And then finally he got seniority and got off it. But a lot of nights, she was home by herself when the kids were little. So whatever happened, anybody got sick, it was all on her because he was at work. It took her a little while to get used to when he got home, started staying home too. Mhm. All right, so just tucking my little corners, my little edges in. That one's not going as well as the others. Last one, of course. Trying not to glue myself to the book. All right, I'm just going to mark a little edge so I know where my glue has to go. Now this is where I'm going to, all right, I want to put top and put an arrow that I can see this way. Because now I'm going to glue that down. It's going to cover my top. Top, 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 top. Okay. Let's load this up with glue right across the spine. Oh, so he's not retired. Oh. Oh, wow, Candy, that's a hard job. All right. So I'm hoping I mean, it looks straight. It might be a little off. Oh gosh, that's hard too. Standing. Wow, good for him. See, this is where you want to be neat or cutting your fabric because see, I didn't do a great job there and that's all jacked. It looks all jacked, but see, I'm going to cover the inside as well. Probably not today. All right, let's get some glue in here. Now, when I make my signatures and put them on that little spine, I have to cut another spine. I'm going to like 3 or 5 pamphlet stitch my signatures onto that little piece of cardstock. So then I can glue it into my book. Hope that makes sense. So I'll cut another piece the same size. He robbed the cradle. I was a child bride. I think we all were. Okay. So then I can come in with a decorative piece. I could reuse paper. I could use a decorative piece of fabric, and I'll just come in, and that'll cover my inside. But I might want a little something, something. I'm not sure. But I have this left over. And then I want to trim out that my idea is I want to trim out some of this and glue this, rearrange it and glue this on the cover. So there's not a whole lot here. I only saw one piece of this, but that's the idea. So not too terribly bad. I always forget about cutting that nice. So you have a nice look on here. But like I said, my inside cover is going to cover most of that. So this is my top. Top. Okay. Now hopefully this will cut. I don't think I have my sharpest small scissors here. But see, I like these flowers. Now for me to just cut fabric without, I don't mind fussy cutting, I really don't. But see, I trimmed my paper a little short. Not intentionally. But it's so much easier if you have a little stability. Now, I'm not going to do this while we're together because this is not necessary. Everybody knows how to cut out your images. But I want to save these little bits because I might be able to tuck, like this little flower here. See, that looks so much better that way. And then if I put some lace on or something, but I might be able to use this little bit too. Cut out this little leaf. Even if I just did the leaf, I could maybe tuck it in. So you get the drift, get the general idea. I might be able to tuck that back in there or something. I'll cut some of this away. This will probably just be individual, and then I'll have these little bits I can maybe put this way or hang them down from the top. So I've got some wiggle room, and I've got a couple different ways I can fuss with that. So these are my little bits. Put my glue back in my container as well as I can. Put this in my little jug. Now let's relook at my pages. Cap this up. Put this off to the side. All right. Okay. So let's see. That's the card. These are the pages. So I should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm loving this with the tulip. All right. So this one's got a lot of writing, right? Back and front. I like to have something that is like this for my center. So when I open up that signature in the middle, I've got a pretty nice looking center. So that's good. Let's see which one I like better here. I said I wasn't going to fuss too much with. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I can't get that on the right. Might like that for the center. Let's see. Feel like I'm playing the shell game. Oh, that's sweet, Ange. I know. I love you guys too. It's so nice to have friends. And most of us have never met, right? There's going to be other stuff in between. I could take all day doing this. Do it, Ange. Do it. You got some cute fabric to use? I'm sure you do. All right, so I've got a little butterfly there. That's cute. I kind of like this maybe for the center of this one. And I think I'll do this. All right, now to sandwich in. Okay, so these are my 5. This is going to have to wait. This will wait. Let's see what I have in this kind of paper. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one for each. This is my sad, but my sad eco dyed paper. This is a little card. Here's another one. I've got pink. 1, 2, 3. Another one of this. I've got more than 5. I don't think I have 5 of this either. 1, 2, 3. I only got 3 of these. Oh, there's another pink. Okay, thanks, Ange. Okay, so I've got 3 of those. So they could go in the front, center, and back. See how anal I can get with my pages? Same with those. I got 3 of those. That's going to wait. 1, 2. This one's smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 2 of these. Oh, look, here's another one of that. These can go in the center ones, and these I have quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these I didn't fold and crease very well. Okay, so each signature can have one of these. Now to just tuck them in where I think I want them. And I wanted the orange, the peach, I should say, in here. That's my first one. Second one gets one of these. And then I'll do an eco. And this one will get the lined. And a peach. And this one gets the eco. Now, when I do this by myself, I count the pages 112. Oh, look, that one's badly damaged. I count my pages 112 times. I go through, I keep looking at them, counting them, seeing what order they're in, and I get a little crazy. That guy needs a little trim. We'll have to fix that. And then this last one. And the peach. What size Bible cover will you make, Ange? That needs a little trim as well. Now my little trimmer is not cutting very well because it's getting dull. So let me grab my medium. Hey, there's Southpaw. Southpaw. Is that Southpaw Kim? Yeah, that's Kim, right? Hi, Kim. I was at a sale that Kim and Lisa Jameson had the other day. They had some great stuff, and maybe they'll come on again this week. Oh, thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you. Lisa was having some electrical difficulties or something, and they had to really cut it short before they even got started. Hey, Dana. Hi. Good morning. Now on Wednesday? Okay, cool. So I think most of you know Lisa. Okay. Yeah, her internet was down. Okay, I hope I put that in the right. All right, I have another one that's a little tall, a little long in the tooth. They look like they all need to be trimmed. That whole group. All right, let me do it again. This is dangerous. It's better to do one sheet at a time, but I'm pushing the envelope here. Pushing the envelope. Should be 6. Not much that has to come off. So depending on whether or not we're playing cards today, I might be able to watch all of my baseball games. Now, I'm not sure if I want to put these in. I've just got 3 of these. I think I'm going to hold off on that map. I'm not sure that I really like that look. So they're my pages. And where did I put my cover? I have a very small space that I allow myself to work in. Oh, there it is. And I keep laying stuff on top of other things. So I think that'll work pretty good. Now, I left myself some room here so I can put some lace or fabric or whatever on the edges of my pages. It's really tight top to bottom though, but I think that'll be okay. This is still kind of damp. Angie, did you get your prize from Beth yet? The wooden circle that Dee Dee made? Those circles that Dee Dee's making are just out of sight. They're like unbelievable. All right, so this is still drying. So now, just for anyone who's watching and hasn't done this before, I want to make myself a little, what do you call it? A little, I'll think of it, template. So I can punch all my holes and have them be in the same spot. And I also need a piece of chipboard to make that additional little spine. Now the other thing I have, and I hope you all don't mind this, but I found a couple of bags. Oh, that's too wide, but this might be easy to cut. I found a couple of bags with some stuff in it while I was digging for supplies this morning. And I think it's going to work with the theme of my journal here, a floral journal. Not only color-wise, but let's see what I have here. So I'm hoping to pull out a few things that I might like to include. Now, these are some things that I obviously started fussing with. I think these are Tim Holtz little sticker things that look like labels. You get a whole pack of them, and there's all different colors. I think red, blue, black, and there was this light pink. So for some reason, I put this in this little pink bag, but I've got some pink fabric, which I don't generally have a lot of pink fabric. I thought that might look cute somewhere. Let's just look for some of this jazz. So I'm mostly looking for things that will make pockets, that will be good for tuck-ins, tags. I'm not sure about those, although they have a little sparkle to them. I'm not sure about those. See, this is pretty, but this is kind of big, but I can cut that down. So I think that might work. Put some of this other stuff aside. It might be a little more woodsy kind of a look. All right, so let me start a stack. I'm not sure about the butterflies, so I'll put those aside, but I definitely want this pink stuff. What am I making, Kim? I'm making a floral journal, or you're talking to Ange. Dee Dee Willingham is making these circle collage pieces that are amazing. Oh, look how cute that is. That'll work. This is a stamp. I don't know if I want her. Little piece. Breathe, darling. This is just a chapter. It's not a whole story. Pink. Oh, this is an old-timey calling card. That'll look cute tucked in. Tooth Paris. Oh, talking to me? Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, inspired by pages from this floral book that I bought quite a while back. I don't know about that guy. I got some Timmy pictures here. Look how cute that is. There's a little package of goodies. That could just go in by itself. I'm still trying to find my envelope cutter. I don't know what in the world I do with that. I like those. That's more of that. Postcards are always good. Look at this yummy butterfly. I think that's a Tim Holzer. Timmy, Timmy, Tim, Tim. Oh, this got ripped out of my page. Words. Oh, here I've got the measurements on that. Oh, this was going to be a journal cover. Have you ever done this? Where you take the pattern tissue paper, put a little bit of padding in there, or a batting, and then some fabric underneath, or I think that might have been a piece of Tim Holtz collage tissue paper. And it's going to be a cover. Oh, look, I got a couple of them here. There's another one. I'm the queen of let's start something and not finish it. Not intentionally, but I just get on to the next thing and then I throw them in a bag and forget I have them. Look at them. And in true Lori and Jacqueline fashion, we got to have more. We got to make more than one. This is a piece of, I think, bias tape or something that I ironed out. Maybe a piece of ribbon. That'll work. Look, here's a little thing I'm checked. Oh, isn't that cute? That might work as a page. I might add that in. There's gung ho on these. Okay. These will go back in the bag. This is a Shabby Rose from Stamperia, and it's many of you would know the front of their collection has their advertisement on it, but the other side is one of their beautiful prints. So, you know, you can certainly glue this down. This might make a pocket, a nice pocket in that journal. That's a Timmy. Cigars. I don't think I want cigars. Oh, look at that. I don't know whose that is. I don't think I have too much Ciabella, but it could be Ciabella. This is rice paper I had purchased to sell when I was with the market. Might be a little cute little tuck-in. It doesn't really go. I love French stuff. I was saying to my friend Jacqueline, I think it was her, or it could have been Kellyanne. When I was at the sale, I was just really there to see what was going on, and I was going to see if I could get any ideas. I wasn't going to buy anything. And then you showed that table cover. I think you said from a restaurant that had closed near you. The one with the flowers. And I thought, oh, that's nice, but you know, I don't need those flowers. And then you came out with the French one. That was it. I love French stuff. I love the Eiffel Tower. Look, that'll work. That'll make a pocket. Oh, this is from Nature. Yes, the tea house. Yeah. Okay, so these are cute, and they might work in a flower journal. Floral journal. Some of these I stitched on. This is from another collection, and I don't remember. I think this is a nature one of Stamperia. All right, let's see. That would have given me a pretty good start. So how am I doing? It's only 11. Let's see if I can not have an avalanche over there. All right. So this is my mess. Christine, is it Christine G? What Christine is here? There she is, Christine G. Hi, good morning. It's still morning. All right, so here's this is going to be the face of the signatures as they're in the book. Oh, I was going to get a piece of paper and make a template. I don't think I'm ready to punch my holes yet, but I could certainly do the template being as I said that. I go back and watch my videos and think, oh, Lori, you said that and you never did it. Yeah, nut. Okay, so what I want is to have a piece of paper that measures 6. I just needed 6 inches. It doesn't have to be smoothly cut. This is just going to be my template. Laura. Hi, there's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Debbie. Good morning. Okay, so this is my little wacky, my little slim trim. So let me see. I want it to be, that's a 6. Boy, I have a hard time looking at these numbers. Oh, that sounds divine. Boy, this really is bad. That sounds divine, Kim. Thank you. That would be great. Okay, so that's 6. So I wanted the length of my pages. I gotta look and get a blade for that. And then I want it to be, wide enough where I can put this in the center of my, cool, thank you so much. I'm trying desperately to talk my husband to go with me next time I go to Europe. And on my bucket list is to take my honey to the Eiffel Tower. But so far he's not having it. He's just not interested. See, and then I'll put my marks of where I'm going to punch my holes, and then I can put this in each signature and punch them all the same. But this too, you want to mark top, because if it gets flipped around, then your holes aren't going to match. So this is going to be my template to put my signatures together. Okay. So now I'm trying to decide if I want to put little pocket maybe on this front one. Oh, maybe there. I think I'm going to have to get out my other cutter. So I think I would like it right there to cut. I don't cut straight with a scissor. So we know that about me. And then, of course, I'd like to ink my edges. So let me pull out my little blender and my favorite, my Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And then let me grab, see, I tend to get a lot of stuff out. I'm messy. I get a lot of stuff out. Oh, I've got my other cutter here, semi-buried. I think I can get a little part. This one I think it's still cutting halfway decent. It's not real small, but it's not as big as that other one. I was going to get rid of that, but I held on to it. Okay, let's see. Oh, this isn't the one I want. I was trying to clean up a little bit yesterday. I said to Jacqueline, I can't find anything anymore. I keep changing places, moving stuff around. Ugh. My husband would like me to get rid of all of it. I said, well, what would I do? I would sleep all day. Yeah, and sometimes I don't even cut tree with the cutter. That's how bad I be. Of course, I don't measure either. All right, so I'm going to put a little dipsy doodle in here. A little dink. A little dinky dink. Then I sit that on my trash bin. You gotta open the ink to use it. It's a very good tip. Remember, you heard it here. You heard it first here. You watch Rosemary Morris with those big honking scissors. I mean, those blades must be this long, and she just goes whoop, and it all looks great. Not me, man. Cannot do it. All right, so that will nicely cover up that. Now, the trick is, do I have a glue? That's not gonna, probably not. I haven't soaked my little needle nose glue containers. So I'm just gonna glue on 3 sides to make the bucket. Gail, you're gonna take off? Okay, all right, sweetie. I hope you can get a nap. Thanks for coming in, Gail. I hope your dad feels better soon. Okay. All right. And I'm going to quickly turn on my glue gun just in case I might be wanting it. You got your plate? Oh my gosh, Ange, your meal's already made? Look, I stitched on the top of that. That'll look cute in there. I have a little piece of, let's see. I wonder if I could get that to be a belly band if I hold it. It's got a little bit of glue, or I mean, I don't necessarily care about, stains and stuff. I like stains, and that's all right, Ange. Go ahead. I'm used to it. My husband's been eating in front of me for weeks. Bacon muffins. All right, where's my, I ordered this glue. It's brand new. Only had it a couple of weeks. And I don't know if it didn't come with a lid or I lost it. This isn't the lid for it. I like, really, Lori? Ugh. All right, so I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to put a little smidge there. And hope my finger doesn't stick to the page. It was those little egg cups and some sausage. Food thieves, huh? Oops, I pulled it too soon. That's not working. I wonder why. My glue gun's not heated up enough yet. Now these pages out of this Floral book are that like they're not glossy, but like a satin type finish. They're real. My sisters and I used to call them silky pages. We always liked the books with the silky pages. So that's how I kind of think of them now. All right, let me put a little dot there. Try to straighten that up. So that page looks cute already. Now see, this I might stamp on his license, or is he the one that just turned 16, or is he going to go get his permit? Well, that's exciting for him. All right. Now I might be able to slip a little something in here. Maybe even like a butterfly instead of gluing that down. Show you what I'm going to do with these. I could hang that. I think I'm wanting. Let me get my. Let's get out everything. Let's get out everything. Let me get my little yummy goodie box here. Let's see which way is it. Which way does it go? Which way does it go? I don't want to pop off there we go. I'm just looking for a little muslin type something or other. Oh, there's a little bow already made. That could work. See the little tiny crap I saved? That might work. Oh yeah, that. Yes, he turned 16, and here in Tennessee you can get it. Really? Oh, that's scary. As a parent, that's scary. Okay. So let's see what I want to do here. I can make a real mess. This is a piece of rice paper. I remember Holly and I, we were online. We discovered this rice paper stuff you could buy. Oh my gosh, we went crazy. But I was at the market, so I had plans to sell a lot of mine, and I did. Beautiful, beautiful images. And this is some that I have left over. Now this is a little different than, napkin. This is a little sturdier. It has more fibers in it. So I'm not sure that would work if I just put the like water on it. See, not everybody, I guess, can work in a really tight space. My husband's always saying, why don't you clear yourself some room? Like, well, then I would just mess up more. I mean, you don't need that big of a space. Let's see how this looks. I put her down. Now I'm going to need some, oh, there it is. Some golden matte medium, I think, for her. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm driving you crazy with my mess. Really, Ange? How about that? I guess if you have a problem, you don't take out the whole community. Oh, gosh. I'm really getting down to the bottom of my... I'm going to put this right in the center. It looks like you, Ange. What did Debbie say? It gets tighter and tighter as you work. Yes. Right, Debbie. Yes. All right, back in the glue jar. Cap this up. Now, sometimes I don't always work from one page to the next page, but just see how it goes. Be cool. We were in Pennsylvania when our kids were getting married, and our daughter just wasn't interested. Our son would have been driving at 12 if he could. My father had him driving a tractor when he was like 4 or 5 years old. Not a big tractor, it was just a little tractor, but powered by gas. All right, so then if I do this here, see, there'll be room to write on here on this page. Somewhere here I have buried my, oh, there's some white paint. I think I might like to scrape a little white paint here. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if I can. Well, I wonder if this will squeeze out. I'm going to use white paint because I don't know where I have. I think I have my um, you know, what I just said, gesso, hidden away. Da, da, da. Has anybody cooked daikon? All right, I'm just putting a little bit on the edge of this card. This is probably an accident waiting to happen here. Let's do this. Let's err on the side of caution. Let's put that up. Boop, boop. Where's let's do a tester. I thought I had a couple of those pages extra. Yeah, here's the torn one. Yeah, okay, that'll be all right. It'll be all right. Okay. Heat tool again. They taste similar to potatoes. Oh, Peggy, really? You can also cook radishes as a potato. I asked about daikon, if anybody cooked and eaten daikon. I saw a girl on a reel that said if you cook them long enough till they're tender, they really do taste like a potato. And I'm not supposed to have potatoes right now. And I'm so hungry for, and I'm sorry, rice cauliflower is cauliflower. It just doesn't taste like a potato. And I'm real hungry for a potato salad. And I can use the avocado mayo, which, you know, I'm not finding that too awful. But I asked my husband to pick me up some. Butter fixes everything. Yes. Amen, sister. And so he said, "What are you going to do with this thing?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to try to make a mock potato salad." He said, "It's a big radish." I said, "I know, but they say." All right, so I'm going to I have these reinforcement rings that you can see. Well, maybe you can see. I already um, put some ink on them, crunched them up a little bit. Now, my mom used to cook turnips and put like an au jus on them, but they tasted like turnips. You know, maybe if she cooked them longer, they would have tasted more like a potato. I really think I have a very sensitive palate. Lord, I wish it was July, not January. Hey, Goldie, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. I see Goldie over at Murray's. All right, let's see. So I'm just putting a couple of these back to back. This is something that Susie Heinz does when she's doing her Timmy makes, and I just think it's adorbs. That, and then I'm going to get a bulb pin, and I'm going to hang them on this bulb pin. Now, just so everybody knows, we got a nice little crowd in here on Wednesday. Southpaw Studio and Lisa Jameson are having a sale. And I guess that'll be from Lisa's YouTube channel, right, Kim? On Wednesday. What time are you guys going to be on, Kim? And we've had some interesting stuff. All right, so I'm going to pin that. See how that looks cool? Yes, on Lisa's channel. Okay, so it's Lisa Jameson. Maybe one of my mods could find her channel and put that in. Oh, thanks, Laura. This is 2 sets that I combined because I didn't have enough to fit all my fingers. And they got paint on them now. All right, so then I'm just going to glue that on there, and then there's room to decorate. You don't look it, Laura. You still look really good, girl. And you have such a cute little face. Okay. All right. And now I guess journaling on this side would be a little tough because then I put that stuff there. Okay, Jacqueline has her eyes and her ears on. Earbuds. I don't know about her. Right? You wear glasses, honey? Gulpy, gulpy. Oh, thanks, Peggy. All right, now somewhere here I have a little, well, that might look cute too. Let's see. I might like to stitch that on. No, I don't have pink in my machine. Marty, hi, how are you? How are you feeling? Nice to see you. All right, I think I'll do a little tab. I saw something, I guess it on Facebook? Somebody asked the question, who remembers tab? If you remember tab, oh, you're supposed to wear glasses. Oh, just like you're supposed to rest when you have pneumonia, that kind of thing, honey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll put a little. I wonder if I want it this wide. I think Jacqueline was all proud of me the other day. I did a little video to show my little book I put together with my photos I found it from my mom's that were like me and my mom and my dad, mostly me and whoever. And I did it on top of a big piece of cheesecloth. And Jacqueline was so proud of me. She said, "Oh, you found your cheesecloth." I said, "No, I made new." Oh, a tab lamp. I had friend Paula. Oh my gosh, she loved tab. It was the only thing. She was on the mission field for a while. She's like, "You're gonna send me anything, send me tab." She loved it. I mean, I could drink it, but so I had to make a whole new batch of cheesecloth. So I'm gonna get a little chunka here. And I just love the smell of coffee when I dye the coffee paper. Like Jacqueline does all kinds of stuff. Jacqueline, if you want to put in your website, babe, go ahead and do it. But I just really coffee dye the cheesecloth fabric and some paper. You love my little? Thanks, Laura. I think it turned out well. And I have room to add more. I have more pictures to go through. All right, so what I want to do here, and I like my little tiny attacher sometimes. Sometimes I add a little glue if I don't want it to be wiggly wiggly. Uncle Wiggly. We used to play a game with my grandmother called Uncle Wiggly. My grandchildren were not impressed. Thank God for stretch pants. Hmm. My mother-in-law used to say to me, you never did lose your baby weight, did you?" Oh, yeah, I always forget the promotion codes. If you go to Jacqueline's website and decide to order, if you use Lori 10, she is gracious enough to give you a 10% discount. Now, I know a lot of us don't need more stuff, but her stuff is unique and delicious. All right, so I'm going to use my tiny attacher. And we're out. Oh, boo. Now let's see if I can get into the right drawer here to get me a little refill. This is so little. What did Marty? What I missed what Marty said. Okay, so I remember one time Murray was trying to load up her tiny attacher. She had it all backwards and she couldn't. Oh my gosh, people were like, "No, flip it around." No. Okay, got a little piece of thread in there. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Now I like to put the bumps of the staple up because then I can cover it. So I don't want anybody, getting snagged on a piece of staple. So that's why we'll get a little piece of cheesecloth. Add that on. I said I wasn't going to use one of these butterflies, but maybe I will. It's got a big old sticky. That might look cute there. Okay. Okay. Now this says stick 'em on it, one of those little pop-ups, but they don't stay. So I'm adding some hot glue there. Marty, are you proud that I could put those staples in and didn't have a catastrophe? I didn't struggle that time. I know how to use that one. I do struggle though. Whew. All right, so that's just a little something there. Now that doesn't look so good, does it? No. Methinks it does not. And I like things that tang and dangle and maybe a little knot here. Adds a little bulk, but not too much. Okay. This is why I like the hot glue, because you don't have to sit and wait for it to dry, especially when you're... Thanks, Marty. And a little disappointed. Yeah, well, guess what? Not getting out that not getting out that eyelet maker today, that's for sure. Okay, I might stamp something on these pages or stitch before I sew them together. This is my center, so I'll have some kind of a tie here. Maybe I'll do a little, let's see what kind of paper I have that's a little larger. Oh, here's this. Let's see how this might look. So I could cover up that writing. And this could be a little tuck-in spot. So I need this to be 6 inches. My cutter is on my trash can. So I started a flow Christmas journal, and I think I did that on stream. And for the cover, I was using a shopping bag that I got when my son and I were in England. And I had 2 Midori type signatures already started, adding stuff in. All that jazz. But I needed to work on the cover. See, this is a little darker on this edge, which I like. So I'm going to flip it this way, I think. I'm going to put a little, I call it a divot. It's not a divot. I don't really know what you call it. I totally lost that cover. I've lost the insides that I had started. So I found the cover out by my comfy chair. Okay, Laura. Because I was stitching. I had sewn around it and wasn't crazy about it. So I thought, let me try to do a blanket stitch around it. Well, then I ran out of red embroidery thread. Can't find the red thread. I mean, I'm a nightmare. I am a nightmare. I'm fun, but I'm a nightmare. So I found the original cover. I started a new one, but I can't find, oh, look, see what I did? I cut it in too far. That's going to irritate. That's going to irritate Mama Lori. Yes, it shall irritate me. So I've got all kinds of stuff in progress. So now I've got to get through my boxes. And what I'm trying to do mostly is clear a space so I can get a work table up for when Kellyanne comes. I have plenty of room for it. Oh, Lord. I'm a struggle. But I'm happy. I'm a happy person. I'm happy. So let's just do a little fix here so I don't have to look at that white space and be annoyed. Probably one of the Timmy flowers would be really nice popping out of this little pocket, but I'd have to dig that container out. I want to give that a chance to dry. And then I'm going to glue just my 3 sides to create a little slip in, little pocket. I could really just do the back side and just have it like a little tuck spot, but sometimes it's hard to get your little things you want to stuff in there to stay in there when you turn the pages. If you glue 3 sides, it just keeps it a little more secure. My glue's a little out of control there. I'm going to take some of that off. All right, so now I don't want to get glue on these pages. just here. Another little baby wipe. Clean up that little bit of spillage. And let's see. I think I want a little bit of lace there. Or maybe a little bit of a wider lace might be nice. Debbie said I had cleaned and organized, so I had clear surfaces, but now it's a struggle to find. Yes, and I keep remembering the old place that I used to keep whatever. I mean, I can even remember old places from the last house where I used to keep stuff. But whatever my new system is, it's not working that great. All right, this is a different lace. So let's see what this looks like. It's not too much wider, but it is very nice. So let's see if I like it. Not sure if I like that. Peggy has a lot of very clever, smart ideas. You can see some of my floor now, though, so I'm pretty happy about that. Katie, tell me again where you're moving to. Are you coming closer to where I am, do you think, or are you going further away? Just curious. I kind of like that better. And that could be another little pocket. Somerset. Oh, yeah, Somerset. Yeah, I think that is closer. Yeah. I didn't think you were as far away. I was thinking you were about 2 hours. Somerset. I should have remembered that. Because Kellyanne said, well, where is she moving to? I said, I know she told me, but I don't remember now. All right, this is a cute little, this would be a cute little journaling card, and that would look cute tucked in there. I'm going to round those corners. Let's do the smaller. See, if you have your tools handy, then it's easier to use them. Like I have a little three or four drawer unit that sits under my desk counter. And so I keep all my tools in that top drawer. Like my little pliers, my Timmy tiny attacher. I keep my scissors on my desk because I have room. I have, if I go to a Goodwill or something, I guess I could put it in that way. This could have a little tab on it. Then everything's right here and I can grab it. I don't have to go hunting for it, Hey, Joyce. Good morning. I think it's still morning. That's pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to attach I hope, I hope, I hope, I hope. All right, let's see. All right. So I'm hoping this will work like a belly band. So I'm going to put a little of the Fabri-Tac. This is a 3-in-1 beacon glue. Works like Fabri-Tac. You were shopping at Lovely's? Excellent. Good stuff, right? Where do you get it? You're going to be so excited. Her stuff is fabulous. I did a haul video and showed you some of what I got. Oh my goodness. And I was going to do this. I had this copy of, oh gosh, what's his name? He did the he wrote the wardrobe, oh, you know, the Aslan character and something in the wardrobe. Oh gosh, I'm so terrible. I'm not a reader. C.S. Lewis, I think his name is. It's got a compilation of all his different works, and the book is huge, and it's got a beautiful plain yellow cover. And I've been wanting to make a yellow journal, and I thought, oh, I could use that, but it's so honking big. And then when I was, repacking stuff and trying to get stuff um, together and more neat and not wasting space, I found a beautiful small yellow cover. So I think I'm going to do something a little more reasonable and do a smaller yellow journal. Listen to me being reasonable. How's that for crazy? All right. Let's see. Now, see, I have to be looking for things to tuck in that pocket. Now I need something to do. Now, these are really pretty, and I don't know if these are going to go with, but these are bookmarks that came with this paper pack. I think it's Sampery, and it's called something Nature. And it's got bugs and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool paper pack. But I want to find a place to tuck those. Embroidery supplies, yeah, you can mush them together. You can mush them. All right, so this is going to be my center page here. Well, that quickly fell right out. Let's move it down so I can see my fleur. I probably shouldn't be doing this much decorating without putting my signatures in, but I want to stitch them onto my spine. So what I'm going to do, let me just talk about that for a moment. So I've got this piece of chipboard that I have to cut down. This is where I will measure, and I'll probably ask my husband to look at it to make sure I got it right. I don't know where my little sander is. All right, Ange. Ange is probably going to go back for seconds. This will have to get straightened up. So I have to decide. No, I don't have to decide. It's already decided for me. I have to make this the same width, or maybe a little smaller than the spine in my cover. All right. So ooh, Debbie said, I put a sewing machine again in 2020, cleared off a table to use for it, but it stays covered in papers. I'm thinking I should be real and sell the sewing machine. As soon as you sell it, Deb, you're going to want it. So unless you're pressed for cash, I'd say hold on to it. That's just me. I've got my husband's old he used to sew stuff when he was younger. It's an old Kenmore, and it still runs pretty good, but I don't think I can do thick stuff on it. I wanna do more thick stuff. Alright, so I wanna come in a little bit narrower than my spine. See, Jacqueline is a quick shipper. A quick shipper, even when she's not feeling well. Alright, so let me see what this is. So this is a skosh less than I don't know what that line is. See, I don't measure. What did Joyce say? Joyce, said, Debbie, you should use your sewing machine. You can, yes, yes, I love sewing on paper more than I love on fabric. All right, so let me make a couple marks. Now, this I only want to be 6 inches, too. I'm going to say this is my top. All right, so 6 inches is there. I should be able to cut this on my machine, on my little cutter pretty well. My smaller guillotine. Because this piece of chipboard isn't too terribly thick. I didn't want it too terribly thick because first of all, I got a spine in my cover, my book, and I have to be able to, I want to sew through this. All right. So, hey, Pam, hi. Give it a try. Yeah, I have tried it. It keeps, my thread keeps knotting underneath. Like, I want to do rope bowls, and I got a couple bowls done, and then it started giving me fits. And then my husband, the all-knowing Ron, said something to me like, "Well, you're not supposed to be sewing paper and a rope on there." Well, I should be able to. So it probably should go see a sew machine doctor. And like I took it apart what I could, and I got all the dust out. I need to rethread the bobbin. Oh, well, yeah, that's a possibility, Pam. I'll take that. I'll think about. I can do that. All right. See, that cut pretty easily. All right, and so I also wanted it cut here. So let me see if I can line that. See, that's not on a. Let me get that on a line. Don't wiggle, don't wiggle, don't wiggle, don't wiggle. Yeah, I've done the tension back and forth. It's just I'll have to try it again. I don't know if I got one of my inspired by Angie, of course. I don't know if I have one of my little bowls here. Oh, I don't know if I can dig that one out. Like this. This I covered with Batiste fabric. See, so this one's stitched okay. But I absolutely love this. Look, Kellyanne made that for me. Little bunny. But I want to make more of those. Thanks, Candy. I really like that one. And then I have one where it's just plain rope, not covered like Ange does. But they're so fun to make. All right, so then what I will do is I want 5 signatures. So I've got to make 5 lines, and I've got to get my template. Once I poke my holes, I'll put my marks or my holes, and then I'll fold it this way. I'll make my lines, and then I'll put my template on, and I'll mark where my holes are, and then I'll put the end of September. I have to pick her up at the train station on the 23rd. So I think we only have 8 more sleeps. And I'll make 5 lines, and then I'll punch my holes. And then when I go to sew my signatures, this is my first one. So I'll start in the center. Oh, there's my center. And I'll go through, and I'll go right through my board, back up through my board, through my signature, and then this first one will be on, and then I'll put the other 4 on. But before I do that, I'll put a piece of paper or fabric here. I'm not going to use this fabric, but whatever I decide, I'll probably dig some more through my stash. And I'll leave an edge hanging off. Right? I'll just give you, because I probably am not going to work on this more online. I don't think I'll do a video. I can rip this just to show you what I mean. Sure, she's going to rip this. Oh, there we go. Oh, she is strong like bull. All right, so I'll have my markings here. So I'll need those to stitch. So I'll flip it over, and then I'll glue this on. So my stitch marks are still here. And then I can use that as a guide. And then when I put my signature on, this will go on this way. So I have a decorative background for my signatures. And so that will be my book block. And then when all is said and done, and these are stitched on, and I have my book block, this gets glued in here with my pages on. Okay? Is that clear as mud? But I'll have to measure this out. See, Lori's not good at that, so she'll do that in private. So she can get frustrated and say, Hun, can you help me with this? And then Hun will help me. So I need 5, like I usually take my ruler, which is huge, which now I don't know where I put it. I usually put it right back. Where's my Timmy? Timmy's ruler's got a lot of little lines on it, which is good for somebody who's challenged like I am. It's clear as smudge. Well, that's better than mud. All right, so if I put that on a line, I hate when the lines don't match. See, I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I got a big gap, so that's not good. So this is the center. I kind of want to go in between these, and that's hard to get it to work out. Put one there. Like, I don't want it real close to the edge either. There, there, and there. See why this is trouble for me? And then I can't see what I put on the board. And this is in pencil, so I can erase it. Because my husband ultimately will say, yeah, but see, you didn't do. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't get that. Can you just do it? He's a numbers guy. He can do it. He can do it very well. See, so then I have to go, okay, if I put that on there, in between those two lines. See how silly I have to be here and here. Yes, Laura, yes. And I mean, 40 years I'm married to this man. Over. And I keep saying to him, I don't want to know how to I don't want to learn how to do it. I just want you to do it. It will not stick with me. It will not stick in my brain. I wish it would, but it will not, and it frustrates me, so just do it for me. Exactly. Alright, so this is on that line. No, well, it's a good future, but not for that kind of thing. Yeah, it won't get different. I can remember my dad sitting and helping me with homework, especially math, and I would be crying and crying. "But daddy, I don't understand." And he'd say, "It's right there. It's right in front of you." But it mean, the numbers just do not make sense to me. And then if I was trying to, like, practice, questions, for, like, a social study test or something, I'd read the chapter and it just I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. See, this is still off a little. See how much room I got here? This'll be a redo. See, this'll take me hours. He'll have it done in less than 4 minutes. Um, he'd say, "Lori, it's right there. It's right in front of you. It's right on this page." My comprehension is so poor. One eye and out the other. Yeah, well, eye and ear for me. Whoo! Alright, if I put that, mm, it's a little closer to the edge, but it's not gonna come through. I mean, it's not gonna bust through that. Well, I don't think it will. I don't know if anybody's finding this helpful or more confusing. Uh, by the time I put stuff in my signature, see, now I got a big gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, but see what I mean? And then I need 3 holes. I don't think I'll do 5. I think I'll do a 3-hole um, pamphlet stitch. I may do 5. 5 just holds it tighter, but this is it. This shouldn't be too wiggly. I need to move this guy over. This is why we use pencil. See how much eraser I have left? Hardly any. What's that tell you? I don't want anybody re-looking at my marriage contract because I'm the slug of this. I'm the slug of this gang. I don't want that to change. I like being the slug. Well, I'm cooking more now because I'm cooking for myself, but okay, it was nice to see you. Yeah, I hope to pop in Wednesday too. Did you tell us the time? If you did, I missed it. I think it's at least his regular time to be on, right? But I don't know that I know what that is. Noon. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Very sweet. Thanks. Enjoy your day, Kim. Okay. Let's see. I think I scooched it over a little. No, we're going on 2 hours early. Oh, okay. Boop. That looks a little better. All right. So let's see. Okay, so I've been on a little over 2 hours, which I kind of like to stick around 2 hours. I don't know why. I got other stuff I can be doing, but I do have a ball game coming up. I got to eat a little bit of lunch and I have to go to the loo and, you know, maybe I'll work on this while I'm watching the game on my computer. Oh, that'd be a good idea, huh? Woo! All right, so now I just have to decide whether I'm going to do 3 or 4, punch my holes. See, this is a whole nother thing. I could measure this. This is 6 inches. Like Timmy's ruler is great because it's got these little holes in here, but you have to have some kind of really skinny pencil or pen to stick in there. And if I make my lead come out so I can get down in there, I bust it off. I'm a struggle. What can I tell you? All right, I want the folded edge. I think the 3-hole pamphlets stitch is gonna be. I really need to work on Canva designs. Oh, I wish I even knew what that was, Debbie. So 3 should be the middle. I'll come in there. It's 2 and there. Oh, that's an idea, Candy. So this is where I want my holes. So I'm going to take my pokey tool. Got the top marked. Now I want to make sure I see these because then I have to go Back to this, hold it on here like a ruler and mark the spots where I need to put my holes. And I can get very crooked doing this. See, already I'm off. And then zhuzh it. Has anybody used that Javi stuff? You can find it on, it's some kind of a coffee drink. It's supposed to be sugar-free, and you just put it in some water, and you can make like an iced coffee or hot coffee. Does anybody like, of course, they advertise it and they say it's delicious, but I was wondering if anybody I knew has had it. Like, I would trust your opinion, more than I would an ad. It looks delicious. I'm finding that I'm addicted to, well, coffee. You don't like sweetened? Oh, good for you, Candy. That's better for you. My mom and my youngest, and now my middle sister, always drank their coffee black. My dad did too. Really, Laura? And that, yeah, see, I had green tea this morning. Gosh, that's the first tea I've had in probably a couple years. I mean, hot tea. See, this guy's down below. See, this is crooked. These are all crooked. That's straight. That looks pretty straight. These look pretty crooked to me. Oh, it was all of a sudden. You like and you drink the iced coffee, not sweetened? Really, Joyce? That's the evaporated milk, right? My dad used to eat that on peaches, canned peaches, drain the peaches, and then he would put the evaporated milk on. He would drink it right out of a can. That's what, because he did that like as a kid. I guess sometimes they would have, that's all they had, so they would eat it on cereal. Oh, did you, Laura? Yes, no sweetener. Ooh, you're hardcore there, Candy. Ooh, good for you. I can remember as a kid, my mom trying to teach herself to drink it black. And she would always have like a little snack in the evening, and she'd have just 2 cookies and then a cup of black coffee. And she would take a couple sips of coffee and then a bite of the cookie. And then after a while, she didn't need the cookies anymore. She could just drink the coffee black. Anywho. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, good influence. Good influence. All right. All right. So now I have to decide what I want to have on the inside of my book, but I'm not going to do that right now. I probably will sit here and fussy cut for a little bit. And I don't think I want to do too much more. Well, if I'm going to stamp, I should probably stamp. And then, of course, if I'm going to stitch on any of these pages, I need to do that before I, sew them together. So I'll probably do another walkthrough when I get this finished. I'm anxious to do this one and get it finished. See, I got different marks on this fabric. And these are still a little damp. I should probably sit this outside and let it dry real well. But I think it's going to turn out okay. Look at my other little signatures here. I'm trying to do better at finishing up things. Well, what do you know? I'm missing a one, two. What did I do with the outside of this one? Oh, it's right here. Ay, 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 ay. I did trim these pages down. I guess I could have left them a little longer. But see, I'll probably put more stuff on the edges of the pages so that kind of fills in that gap. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here, ladies. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your company so very, very much. And if you're watching the replay, thumbs up is appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate that as well. Is that the top? Yep, that's the top. So I'm kind of looking forward to kind of fussy cutting this and seeing how this looks on the front, you know. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, take time to be creative. And gosh, I'll see you next time. Lord willing, that will be Thursday for me. But I'll probably see you around the tube. That's always fun. Gosh, it was nice to see some of you I haven't seen in a while. Kim, I don't know that she's ever been in before, so it was nice to see her. Marty, it's good to catch up and see you. And our Peggy is back in the States, so that's all good. Jacqueline was able to pop in. I guess Kellyanne wasn't able to pop in, so I'm hoping to see some pictures of the beach. And oh, I hope so. It was a good game yesterday, Candy. Thanks. So there was somebody else too. Oh, I didn't see Joyce came in, but who am I? I'm thinking of Judy. Judy O. She's probably snoozing. She works crazy hours. All right, so take care, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good week. Marty, your coins are on their way tomorrow. I didn't realize the 15th was a Sunday. Woohoo! All right, ladies. Thanks so much. Take care. I guess maybe Ange took a nap. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.